Hi, so we've got an OS problem over here, shortest remaining time first. Over here we have four processes, their arrival times, burst times, and we have to calculate the completion time, turnaround time, waiting time, and response time. Okay, the criteria over here is burst time and the mode is preemptive processes. Let's look at the arrival time. At arrival time 0, we have the first process. But if you look at burst time, we have the least burst time of process 2. But the problem is that process 2 arrives at first when the unit of that is arrival time 1. Okay, and as soon as we create our, let's say, execution of processes, we cannot just jump to arrival time 1. We have to get there and then we have to check which burst time is lesser and which one process to select. So let's start with the arrival time 0. At arrival time 0, I have only one process, which is P1. So I'll create a Gantt chart in which at 0 to 1, I'll execute process 1. This becomes 7, right? So P1. Then at 1, I have two processes, P1 and P2. The burst time of P2 is smaller than P1, so I'm going to select P2. This becomes 3. Then I'm going to check at 2. How many processes are there? There are 3 processes. And the burst time of process 2 is the least, 3. So I'm going to choose process 2 again. This becomes 3. At arrival time 3, I have 4 processes. And the burst time of process 2 is the smallest again. So I'm going to choose process 2 again. Okay, then again, if I see the least burst time is of process 2, I'm going to choose process 2 again. This becomes 0. Now the remaining processes are P1, P3, P4. Burst time of P4 is the least, so I'm going to take this and execute it 5 times, right? So P4, 5 plus 5 becomes 10. This becomes 0. Then I have 7 as the lesser burst time, P1. I'm going to execute it for 7 times. P1, 17. This becomes 17. Then I'm going to check. P9 is, process 3 has 9 burst time. I'm going to take 9. 17 plus 9, 26. This is how I create my Gantt chart. Now for completion time, I'm just going to check which process completed at what time. So process 3 was completed at 26, right? So I'll write 26 over here. P1 was completed at 17. I'll write 17 over here. P4 was completed at 10. 10. P2 was completed at 5. 5. Turnaround time, the formula is CT minus AT. So completion time minus arrival time. This becomes 17. This becomes 4. This becomes 24. This becomes 7. Waiting time, we have turnaround time minus burst time. Turnaround time 17. Burst time, the initial burst time was 8. 17 minus 8, 9. 4 minus 4, 0. 24 minus 9, I guess 15. Right? 7 minus 5, 2. Response time, we check what was the arrival time of the first process. Let's say P1 arrival time was 0 in the Gantt chart, minus the actual arrival time, which is 0. So P2 came at 1, actual arrival time is 1, 1 minus 1, 0. P3 came at 17, actual arrival time is 2, so this becomes 15. P4 came at 5, actual arrival time is 3, 5 minus 3, 2. That's it. That was our solution for shortest remaining time first. I hope you got it. For more videos, conceptual videos on topics related to computer science and IT, I suggest you hit the follow button.